हेलो 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 बाबा प्रणाम जनाऊँची मोर अंतररू हृदयरू जो मैंने ये उपस्थित अच्छा से नमस्कार जनाऊँची एवं प्रतिभा मैडमकर ए स्मृति रे जे मु दी धाड़ी गीत गाई पारुची निजको धन्य मन करुची एवं भावुची जे आमे समस्ते ए आध्यात्मिक परिवेश रे सामिल हवा एवं संयुक्त हेबा। मु ईश्वर को समर्पित करी ए गीतटी आरंभ करछि। प्रथम गीतटी गुरुजी कंपोजिशन तांकर लेखा तांको गीतटी गाउछि एवं परंपरा ସୁନନ୍ଦା ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ ଗାଇଛନ୍ତି। ମୁଁ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କୁ ଅଳ୍ପ ଟିକେ ଶୁଣାଉଛି।
Madam, for this beautiful and soul-stirring melody. Our first speaker tonight needs no introduction. His unique perspective on Srimati Prativa Patnaik's life and achievements makes him the perfect person to shed light on the significance of her contributions. I will now request Justice A.K. Patnaik to kindly come up to the dais and present the introduction to this memorial lecture.
request Guruji, Dr. Chandra, to please come to class. Guruji, Dr. Chandra, Satpathy, Dr. Shilpi Sahu, Srimati Ananta Das, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening, all of you. I must first of all thank Srimati Ananta Das for singing devotional songs, two of which are on Sai Baba. And the songs had the lyrics and tune of Dr. Satpathy. By singing these songs, she has prepared all of us for the lecture of Dr. Bhanu on the spiritual thoughts of Sri Sai. In a function for Pravasi Udiyas organized by Odisha Forum at Delhi, they sang some of the songs of great Udiya literature, Fakir Senapati, in a melodious and soothing voice. I was so impressed by her song and by her singing that I requested her to sing some devotional songs to all of us today. On 18th of May 2021, my wife, Prativa, left for the heavenly abode after struggling with COVID-19, the Delta wave, in Vedanta Hospital, Gurugram, for 1 whole month. It is out of immense love for Prativa that I have decided to organize Prativa Patnaik Memorial Lectures every year, as long as I can. And this is the first Prativa Patnaik Memorial Lecture. I had not known or ever seen Prativa before my marriage to her. While she was studying in Sailamala Women's College, Cuttack, in 1975-76, two of her lecturers who are present today in the gathering, Dr. Prativa Roy and Mr. Ruby Mishra, selected Prativa to be my wife. In the obituary published in a newspaper in May 2021, titled Memoir Prativa, What Price Glory, Dr. Prativa Roy wrote this about Prativa. As a fledgling lecturer in English in the early 70s, I distinctly remember Prativa, a young teenager who stood out among other students, not only for her classical beauty, brilliance and talents, who excelled not only in studies but also extracurricular activities like debates and drama. Her self-confidence and leadership qualities were evident in the fiery speeches she delivered when she stood for the president of the Students' Union, and also during the Teachers' Day and other functions. Amazing for one so young, yet so mature and sensitive. The distinctive feature of her strong personality which struck me was her gait. She always walked with her head held high. She seemed like one cut above the rest, straightforward, forthright, and dignified. Observing her innate intelligence, sense, and sensibility, sincerity, and intrinsic goodness, which always shone forth, my friend Ruby and I thought that she is the right girl for my life. I got married to Prativa on 18th February 1976, when she was only 17 years old. Besides my father and mother, I had 6 brothers and 3 sisters, and all the 6 brothers were staying in the same house in Guruji. Prativa adjusted and developed a bond with all the members of the family and was loved by all my brothers and their wives, and my sisters and their husbands. Mr. Vivek Patnaik, who's married to my younger sister, I hope he's there in Bhanu, Manju, and who knew Prativa right from time she was married to me in 1976, wrote the obituary published in the Political Business Daily, Odisha, titled Glory was her name, wrote. This is what he wrote. In no time, she showed her inborn ability, dexterity, and competence to strengthen inherent body, so essential for large family to be sustainable, unified, and vibrant under stresses and strains of changing times. In addition to discharging her sacred duty towards the joint family, she continued with her academic pursuit at various stages of life. She became a law graduate after completing her college education distinction, where she showed a remarkable leadership quality, which she took with her to the last, whether it was in Odisha, Assam, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, or at the pan-India level in multiple fields, be it cultural, social, spiritual, or religious. These are all the places where I work, either as a lawyer or a judge. One of the most spectacular unchanging traits shown by her all through a 20 span of college life was outstanding humility, along with uncompromising human compassion. By relentless zeal for pursuit of justice, no matter how life went through vicissitudes of time. That was the soul of a human existence. I used to wonder why Prativa was so compassionate towards all and was loved by all, including persons working as domestic drivers, personal security, officers, family members, advocates, judges, and their wives, Rotarians, inner members, wherever she went. I had some critics, but she didn't have any. I used to wonder why she didn't have any. And they all told me that we like her more, our more, than we love her. After observing a lot, I came to the conclusion that her religious and spiritual traits made her humble, caring, compassionate for all, and with whom she interacted. Prativa was a great devotee of Shirdi Sai. She must have persuaded me to travel to Shirdi more than 20 times because of her complete devotion to Sainath. After my retirement from Supreme Court, I fell down in my house in Delhi in June 2015, and the jerks caused blood split in my subdural region by my brain. Though nothing happened to my brain, the spilled blood was causing a lot of imbalance while walking. A neurosurgeon in Max Hospital, Saket, New Delhi, operated and took out the blood. But after a couple of days, I again started sleeping. That is when Prativa started praying to Shirdi intensely. A second operation was done by and I recovered. This is an instance of miracles of Sainath performed for his devotees. Prativa told me that she saw Sai Baba coming to that day. She said, "Don't come and take care of you." This is the example, the illustration of Sainath works. Since 1989, Dr. Chandra Satpathy has been a great devotee of Sai Baba. Dr. Satpathy has, in an article, Sai Comes to My Life, has stated that till 1989, he did not know anything about Sai. After he read Sri Kamath's book on Sri Sai Chand, which contains a graphic account of Sai's personality, Sai took over his existence. In October or November 1989, he got the first opportunity to make his visit to Sri. Soon after he had darshan of Sri Sai Baba, and his garment offered by him was placed on the statue of Sri Sai Baba, he experienced something unique. And this is what Dr. Satpathy says. From his side, Sri Sai had spoken, beat into my head loud and clear that my search had ended. This was the call that I had waited for. From the first breath of my life, I had felt unknown pain of wanting something in life which I was not able to identify. The pain of a meaningless existence has been gnawing at my heart. This is what we go through in our different ages. What is this existence? We start questioning it. We start looking for answers. Perhaps he went through that experience. And then he got his answers only by a message from Sainath. Since 1989, Dr. Satpathy has done a lot of studies on Sainath and has been leading torchbearer of Sai movement in India and across the world, and has been making tireless efforts for propagating the teachings of Sai across the world. He has inspired the creation of Sai temples in India and guided millions of people to follow the holy path of Shirdi Sai Baba. He has also held international conferences on Shirdi Sai Baba in different countries, including the USA, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. He addressed the US Congress on the Sai movement. In his book, and this book you must read, you can read this book, New Findings on Shirdi Sai Baba, published by Sterling Publishers Private Limited in 2019, Dr. Satpathy says, and this is the essence of what he thinks is Sai stand for. The Sai Baba's personality, as can be gauged by his activities at Shirdi, did not reflect that he was a religious personality of a classical pattern. His approach towards spiritual evolution of his devotees was unique and at times unconventional. Usually, he did not preach abstract philosophy or ethics in a didactic fashion. Nevertheless, he spelled out the ethical standards when discussing various issues with his devotees. He did not resort to demagogy or pedagogy to influence the devotees and also the public. He behaved spontaneously and naturally with all. His main concern was the qualitative evolution of mind leading to pious activities. Gradually and gradually, if you keep on interacting with Sai Baba, you must have read about it, you will turn into a pious person. You will not do any activities which are negative, which are harmful, and which does not bring about love and harmony. This is basically what I have understood Sai Baba, and this is what he has summed up. In fact, I have asked Guruji, why are you spending so much of your time listening to people, their problems, their worries? I have seen him in Delhi, everywhere. He keeps on giving time to people. I was thinking that I would not like people to disturb me and take away my time. My time is my personal. But he's the opposite. He gives time, just like Sai Baba. He is present wherever there is suffering. And there is suffering, we go to him. And he consoles, he makes you understand. That is a very pious activity, bereft of any religion, that a man performs, takes care of the worries of another and guides him as a guru. See, Sai Baba of Shirdi has been accepted and heralded as a Sadguru, a spiritual mentor by his devotees. He spelled out ethical standards while discussing various issues with his devotees. His main concern was the qualitative evolution of mind leading to pious activities. My object of organizing this lecture on the spiritual thoughts of Shirdi Baba is to inculcate in our people ethical standards so that the mind evolves in a spiritual manner which will make them do pious activities and avoid activities which divide communities, leading to social harmony. You see, in Odisha, people are very religious. There is no doubt about it. And many are also superstitious. This is what we are discussing. But we need to now deliver lectures and ensure that people, at least those who can understand spiritualism, listen to these lectures and get some satisfaction and develop a quality of mind which leads them to do positive and pious activities. This is the entire idea. This is what I think. This is how I've learned from Prativa's experience, and this is what I learned from his activities, this is what I learned from Guruji or Sadguru Sai Baba's activities. My objective of organizing this lecture on spiritual thoughts of Siddha Baba is to inculcate in the mind ethical standards where the mind evolves to a spiritual manner which will make them do pious activities and avoid activities which divide communities, leading to social harm. So I don't have to speak about division of society. So much of halla galla is going on in the public domain, dividing people in religious lines. For organizing a lecture on the spiritual thoughts of Siddhi Sai Baba, the Sai International School, I thought, would be the best venue in Bhubaneswar. Late Dr. Vijay Sahu and his wife, Dr. Shilpi Sahu, both great devotees of Sainath, have founded and developed the Sai International School at Bhubaneswar and other places in Odisha with the object of promoting a happy growth of children. The Sai International provides a lot of opportunities to school students to participate in diversified events and study a broad range of subjects. For such excellent work done in the field of education, the government of Odisha had utilized the services of Dr. Vijay Sahu to set up a quality English medium CBSE school known as Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya in 314 blocks in Odisha. I have gone round in Keonjhar, Mayurbhanj and Sundarbans districts in my duty assigned to by the Supreme Court and seen these schools. These schools have come up very well. And it required some guidance, and Dr. Sahu is one of them. He appears to have given some guidance in this field. I have no doubt that Dr. Shilpi Sahu, the present chairperson of Sai International, Bhubaneswar, will continue this excellent work with the blessings of Shirdi Sai Baba and Dr. Chandra Satpathy. I thank Dr. Shilpi Sahu and the staff of Sai International School for allowing me to use their facilities for this function. Kindly join us for the annual Shraddha dinner after the function in the dining hall of Sai International. And those of you who want to meet Guruji, they can do so soon after the meeting. The chairman will arrange a place where they can discuss. And in the meanwhile, we can have a lunch. He'll join us for dinner also. Thank you. Thank you very much.
With heartfelt gratitude, I thank Justice Patnaik for his poignant, eloquent introduction to this memorial lecture. His words have set the tone for a powerful spiritual and introspective journey. Tonight, as we embark on a journey of remembrance and enlightenment, I now request Dr. Chandra Bhanu Satpathy to address the gathering.
आज का प्रोग्राम ना ठीक है दैट्स द प्रोग्राम जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय श्री साई Justice Patnaik, my close friend Justice Patnaik, guests and all who are doing anything, participate in any way in this event. Let me Anusuya Anindita to start with, rendering that nice song, and she for introducing us. Since we are linked Bhanu. It is going global now through my networking. I'll speak in English, maybe interspersing a little bit of Hindi if necessary. We saw two characters here. Today is a somber occasion because in memoriam of Prativa and also I know Vijay Sahu, who is so dear to my heart, we are having an occasion in which we would not like to talk mundane, but talk something which has more substance than that, which of course will give little solace, little inspiration, maybe little hopefulness, because we suffer from lot of negatives given the changing situations. I was seeing Anand Babu, I call him, in Hindi. This is arranged. कुछ आंसू बन ढल जाएंगे, कुछ आंसू बन ढल जाएंगे, कुछ दर्द चिता तक जाएंगे, कुछ आंसू बन ढल जाएंगे, शिल्पी सेम हियर, कुछ दर्द चिता तक जाएंगे, उनमें से एक दर्द तुम्हारा होगा. There are certain pains, उनमें से एक दर्द तुम्हारा होगा. There are certain pains we carry to the pyres. As long as you live with the pain after departure of our dear ones, we need a dynamics to ventilate. I always say convert your pain to creativity. The best souls will create their pain to creativity. And Anand has done it to creativity in holding these memorial lectures. I congratulate you. This is not for today. It is for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Little that you can contribute. But before all that, may I request someone, please bring Mr. Vivek Babu down to the front seat. I'll wait for Mr. Vivek Babu kindly to come to the front seat and honor us. Is Manjulani with you? No. Mr. Vivek Patnaik used to put me in his cycle, front handle, in Berhampur, 1954-55, when his father was there, my father, मुझे घुमाते थे. When I joined the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security under Minister of Civil Aviation, 1986, he was the Joint Secretary who actually pulled me there. We are a part of his family. Let me tell, before going to Prativa, the impeccable conduct and character of Anand Patnaik. I know him from student life. Our contemporary may be a year or two junior. From that time till this time is remarkable. He was a brilliant lawyer, became a judge, Odisha High Court, Assam High Court for 8 years, then Odisha, back then Chhattisgarh, then Bhopal. I mean, that is the Madhya Pradesh, 40-year-old judges, then Supreme Court. They retired as a Supreme Court judge. Those of you who know law, who will read law, he has given very brilliant judgments, absolutely straight judgments, which professionally you would appreciate if you know that. Besides, he has been a good father and a good husband. Let me tell you one thing. He and his wife, Prativa, were uniquely made for each other. As you call it, very rare to see that. Uniquely made for each other. And the way we have vibed, I have seen both of them over decades, is really a life worth living. And therefore, she was her friend, guide, philosopher, and stood by him in all his jobs as a domestic lady when he was in Assam, starting from there, attending various parties of this judiciary. You have the Supreme Court judges coming, is a huge affair. She was the president of the Inner Wheel, chairman of the 30 something, Katak. When married also she did her B.Ed and I think LLB at Assam. I know more than you. And then she was very compassionate in her thing and very straight lady. 10 years junior, but used to advise him. Me Lord as a jury could be, but he just does like advice and standing by all the times with him. You know, so unfortunately, I was part of that pain. I mean, talking at the time when it happened. How painful it is to see that somebody you love cannot sustain. The last video call from Bijay Sahu was sent to me before the last time. He was like child to me. At this school we started. I remember Sudhanshu Mishra who gave this land, I did the Bhumi Puja. So it is all a Sai moment. Goodness, virtue, love, pain, everything has a dynamics. Life has a dynamics with various colors. It's a mosaic pattern of ever-changing, flexible designs. It can be constant. Within that flexible design, we have to keep something constant in us, and that is the spirit. Having said so, let me deviate to the main subject. The topic is spiritual thoughts of Shirdi. Now, let me, because this lecture will be used all over. First is, most of us have to differentiate between religious and spiritual. They are agnostics, atheists, who don't have religions to believe. They don't disdain religions, but don't believe, but believe in themselves living as homo sapiens on this good earth. They can be spiritual too. Religion believes in deities, believes in some faith, or even superhuman beings called gods. It believes. One can be spiritual without being religious. Although religious helps in understanding the tenets, puts to certain practices, certain codes of conduct, ethical, otherwise, in bringing one to a certain situation in which one can go beyond religion. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had practiced Christianity and has written about his experience when practiced. So my point is, one can do religion, that is all right. There is, as I said, but then it is much beyond that. What is spiritualism? Spirit. The belief that there is something in us, that there is something beyond, which are connected, and that is more substantial than what the 5 cognitive faculties of the mundane world can give us, and we are taught is thereof. Basically, given the Western thought, we believe in pleasure-pain theory. Put it as religion sometimes. Pleasure means anything that gives pleasure is good and has to be taken as much as possible. Pain theory means anything that gives you pain is avoidable, is bad. Therefore, when we pray God for pleasure theory. If the God is giving us whatever we want, He is the right God. If that Guru is giving us anything, He is the right God. If it doesn't happen, if He gives us, we just say 108 flowers, I'll give you, you give me this. Sort of a bribe. Emotional bribe. If He doesn't give, I will not come to your table, threat. Go, exactly. These are, we have humanized God. We have humanized their forms like kings, the best we have. Our best will give. And we expect the best. In terms of what I expect as pleasure and pain, there is no generic. It is also customized. That is nothing to do with spiritualism. And we need a desired answer, in a desired time, in a desired method, or the desired quantity and quality, and there God is a very kind God. If it is not, it is not. That's not spiritualism. Some people are, imagine, when I'm telling, I'm putting myself as one of any of you. I'm not saying a high pedestal, creating this, this bravhaha on our pedagogic dialectics. So we are very sensitive people, aren't we? We have sensitivity. Spiritualism say, you are sensitive to your own sensitivity so much. Are you sensitive to the sensitivities of others equally? Underline this mark of spiritualism. You are very sensitive, very good. But are you equally sensitive to the sensitivity of others? First step of spiritual masters. They were very sensitive to the sensitivities of others. All of them. Second, okay, you are sensitive to the sensitivity of others, very good. But then, after the sensitivity, you are sensitive, are you doing anything to help that person spontaneously? Or you want the TV channel to record it? Are you wanting to help spontaneously? Number 3. Thirdly, you are helping it not to make a history of it and not for a return also. That's your nature of love. Just imagine, spiritualism says, as I understood, I may be totally wrong, but this is what I have understood. You can understand better and teach me. I am there always to accept better teachings. When a mother feeds a child, does it make a list of good acts she does? Blind faith. Children are much more spiritual than all of us. Any day. So all those logics haven't come. And those nascent, absolutely nascent. Therefore, they showed Krishna as the best bacha. Ram Lala and Krishna, Balakrishna. When divine avatars were shown as better characters or more lovable characters in the childhood. Even Ganeshji, mythological. So, how to get out of the limitations of not understanding? There are 3 things to understand. I know, I don't know, I want to know. 3 types. There is 4th type, never to know. I know, agreed. I don't know, agreed. I want to know, fine. There is another which never to know. Full bench judgment. Yeah. कुछ नहीं कर सकते. That is the situation we reach, never to know. Because we are so convinced in the process of our so-called evolution, although biologically more true, that we don't want to change our concepts. If you are not prepared to change our concept, I'm sorry, light of spiritualism cannot dawn. It's not just possible, कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता. That is why the famous saying, if the pot is empty, then Guru can put something here. It is filled with concepts and theories. It cannot. He cannot. He will first take time to take out these theories. Dharma, religion means what? I mean, the number of people that will create religions are to protect and develop human society, but number of people that will be killed by religious wars is one of the eye-openers which you don't have to accept. The great crusades. Here also you saw Kalapahada coming and all sorts of things. So violence is no answer to spiritualism at all. Violence cannot be an answer, although the violent people will suffer who are in spiritual for some time, but the state depends always on, or the country depends on soft touch, definitely. That is our very basis of growth. A mother has the patience. Males don't have the patience much. They hold a child in 9 months, 10 days. How many men can do it if I offer you a chance? And I don't know, produced from where. They can wait. Even in love, in spiritualism, they can wait. It's not with men much. Sorry, I am a man. And then when they wait like this, the best of character of them, like mother, comes out. 3 characters given to woman, which is divine. Let me tell you. Isla Ardhanarishwar concept was there. Unless that mother quality is, the woman quality is there, no saint can be a perfect saint. He has to be like a mother to understand both sides. He has to, all sides. It cannot be without that. So, spiritualism means going across the sex differentiation and attitudes of the sex as a male or female. Anandamayi Ashram, I go regularly. There have been female saints. One has to go to this. This is one of the major differentiations. Because human beings, fundamental 3 animal factors: hunger, anger, passion. Hunger is an animal instinct. Whatever you do, if you are not given food, you behave like an animal. Animals, kacha kha jayega. Anger. When you are angry, our features and face is like absolute animals. Hunger and sex, passion. At that time, we are behaving like animals. These are 3 aspects. Spiritualism says, unless you control these 3, the third one is the most difficult. Hunger, anger, and passion. When you cross passion, you are Ardhanarishwar. You don't have the differentiation. I'm saying a little thing extensive is going all over. So these have to be controlled. Not that everybody will become, not the exceptions have not happened with Vishwamitra. It has not accepted. No. Please don't go by the theory of perfection. Now I tell you what is theory of perfection. All of us who have read political science, there is theory of perfection. I say, for example, you find a donkey, the best donkey of Bhubaneswar. I can ask, I request the additional secretary, chief secretary, find the best donkey. If he doesn't find me to be that, acha. Then you find the best donkey in Odisha state. Commissioner of Police ko laga to upay jayega. You'll find me. Acha. Then find the best donkey in Odisha. At this point of time, you find the best donkey in India. Then find the best donkey in the world today. But mind you, that is not the best donkey. There could have been a better donkey. There can be a better donkey. So donkey here is an idea and not a fact. Perfection is an idea, not a fact. And all imperfects grow to touch that level of perfection over time and never there. So don't go by this theory that everybody was perfect and such a good things were happening. Earlier the times were much better. Today times, that is one of the most stupidest sentences. पहले बहुत अच्छा था, बहुत खराब. अच्छा था, सतीदाह प्रथा. अच्छा था, human murders. अच्छा था, महाभारत के सारे जो हुआ, मैं लिखा हूँ. Each of the tenets of religion. So, now let me talk about law. Dharma is law also. Law needs a change when the narrow interpretation of law comes. And the Mahabharata, entire law, conventional law, written law, had narrow interpretations today also. Law, by the process of time, gets narrowly interpreted as a habit. Some people take it ride with the law. If Yudhishthir had 2 options, he can say that was Raja's law, conventional law. Then one is, if anybody invites him, he will go and play Dyuta. Jua. Fine. Here also, a law that you must protect your woman, that law was not there. And you cannot sell off your wife and children and everybody as a, because you have to play. Between these two, the narrow interpretation was taken. Therefore, the city state fall. And then that was created brouhaha by creating opinion. And where opinion rules in guise of knowledge, the state is bound to fall. Where opinion rules in the guise of knowledge, the state, society is bound to fall. Big people, big characters misinterpreting. Dronacharya was a Brahmin. Till Mahabharata, till Ramayana, no Brahmin took up arms against enemies. He did it. Breaking path. Bhishma was more loyal from Santanu's time to the Kauravansha. Had he said that, hell with my promise, मैं बड़ा ना बनूं, ये औरत का बदतमीजी ना हो. Nobody wanted to leave the narrow interpretation of law. So, my Lord sitting here, understand how much of, whether we are doing narrow interpretation law or broad interpretation law. That is where spiritualism comes in. How to go beyond this narrow interpretation of law. Again, Gita they had to be written with some adjustment for the changing times. I take it a little interesting, little deviation to Shirdi Sai Baba, since I'm saying. So Shirdi Sai Baba was loving the children, women, everybody has access, no differentiation. In fact, I'm surprised to know, Ramchandra ji ke sarari ho, Buddha ka enlightened by lady gave him kheer, or Sai Baba ko Baijama ho. In most of these avatars and great people, there has been a woman who has protected them. I'm making a list of those ladies. Everywhere. They played a very vital role. Because, why did they help? Because the spirituality was in them, definitely. Much more. Generally, women are more spiritual that way. Because of that, they are given the capacity and the mentality to create Srishti, which is a part of divinity. You are not having a robo protection with artificial intelligence. That's what it is. So all these things, whether you call it for all saints or Baba, it is same. But Shirdi Sai Baba was more practical today. All the great leaders came at the time, but he was not political. In my book, I have written, British intelligence report I published, that what they thought in 1911, 1912, police people, administrative people, you read it, you'll find it like a reporter of a commission. No. He kept himself, in spite of all the turmoil, the churning point of history was taking place at the time. Muslim kingdom gone, Urdu gone, Bahadur Sahib gone, English language 1835 Macaulay has come in, British government had come in after 58, from 58. From 58 has come in. And Hinduism and Hindus, having suffered so much, was trying to find out their independent, churning. Somebody to balance these three. It's not easy to balance them. And he could balance by sheer sacrifice. And he wanted nothing. He was getting so much money that two of the persons, income tax had come in at the time, not GST, but so two of his devotees were getting so much of time, they were giving income tax. Vade Peer and Tatya Kote Patil, they were giving income tax. But he had nothing to take, so no taxation was on him. Zero. Raja bana, pocket ban gaya. Madhukari, 5 houses food. Kept nothing for himself. Wanted nothing. Phate kapade mein jate samay he 16 rupees, gave him 9. Fakiri mein maza hai. The tenet of Sufism was very obvious in him. So as I'm writing my book for HarperCollins, I finished it. So he was a composite religion, symbiotic. Two words, composite and symbiotic. Composite mean can be like chini re nuna mishe dicha. Symbiotic mean वो तो प्रतः जोड़ित एक दूसरे के साथ मिल इस तरह मिल गए, they working together. The symbiotic, and therefore it was effective. Now, standing here, I don't know how much I've spoken. I have to. 43. I was here 45 minutes. I'll end in 5 minutes. I don't want to take more. What is it? It is all we're talking. We have to live for the next generations. Okay, you are happy. I am happy. He is happy. Are you thinking whatever you're doing for the next generations? All these talks that we are doing, isn't it for the generation, for the schools? I've converted my entire energy now for the younger children. They're with me, hundreds, all over. Like I did a lecture now for the, your thinking has to change now. You had enough of your theories. And kid means not your own child. I mean biologically producing a children, ant also produces, बंदर भी पैदा करता है, अपने capacity और अपने capacity इंडिया से चलाता है. There's nothing great about producing kids. Excuse me. पाल रहे हो, you're compulsory, you have to do it, the social obligation. Don't be very great about that. That's, for me, it's a basic minimum. I don't start from that standard at all. My point is, ये जो बच्चे आ रहे हैं, अब अभी नाउ आई हैड ए डायबिटीज डॉक्टर लास्ट थर्सडे संडे आई थिंक. मैं कहा देखो कितने घर में डायबिटीज है. इज एन अप्रोच आई एम टेलिंग यू हाउ यू शुड अप्रोच. Spiritualism means all this will include your spirit expanding for others. अच्छा मैं कहा अच्छा माँ बाप सब हो डायबिटीज आ गए. इन हाउ मेनी फैमिली डायबिटीज हियर जिसके घर माँ बाप का आ गए. मैं कहा क्या हैव यू टेकन दिस इनटू कंसिडरेशन that your parents or you are diabetes and what you should be feeding your children training from now? No. No. Concept ही है नहीं. Concept है नहीं कि अभी से भाई if I have diabetes I must see my kids. How do I take care? My spirit is not going there. No, no, no. I can create a group and train. No, that's not there. Secondly, wrong concepts of growing children. I give you a knife as my child. Bhanu bosche. Bhanu, I give a knife to my child to cut a mango. But I don't tell him, when you cut the mango, your finger may also cut, and how to use that knife. Then when they cuts the hand, we bash it up. और हमारे टाइम तो हम लोग ऐसे जनरेशन से जो कि पिटने के बाद रोने के बाद भी रोना बंद करने के लिए दोबारा पिटते हैं. आवर जनरेशन आवर जनरेशन टुडे इज नॉट सो. तो it got defeated, some sound came. हाँ, the diabetes के लिए how is it? अच्छा, where you did? Why I have written my Guru Bhagavad book, which is in what? Where did you go wrong? This is where you go wrong. 5 साल के बच्चे को because of affluence आपने सिखाया कि उन्हें 5 साल के बच्चे अपने थाली नहीं धो सकता, 2 फूल बगीचा से लाके नहीं दे सकता, आप उठने के बाद चादर नहीं करता, आपने करा नहीं बिकॉज ये 5 नौकर. आपने उसको काम सिखाना 10 साल में नहीं सिखा सकते थे. किसने कहा था नहीं सिखाने के लिए ट्रेड को? बिकॉज यू आर इन्फ्लुएंट. बड़ा साहब हो गया. हम लोग का भी सर्विस बड़ा साहब पिटवा दिया बच्चों को. दे में भी एजुकेशन इज गुड बट दे अनसोशल कर दिया सबको. तो हमने सिखाया नहीं समाज में कैसे मिलके कैसे ये करोगे. ये बहुत ही गलत है. दिस इज वन ऑफ द मिस्टेक्स दैट वी हैव डन. सेकेंडली, ब्लाइंड फेथ को हमने प्रोत्साहन किया. I have written all this, how to go about it. They are coming as book forms. Sai Public School also published. I'm also, international books should be coming. I'm addressing that in US and few places. कंप्यूटर दे दिया बच्चों को, लड़कियों को. 13-14 साल का उनका एड्रियाटिक बना हुआ है. ये नहीं सिखा, हमको पता नहीं है पिताजी कंट्रोल कैसे यूज करना है. हमने दे दिया, पैसा है. वो जब मिसयूज किया हम गाली करें. आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल. मैं इसलिए कर रहा हूँ कि कुछ बच्चों को लिया हूँ जो 12-1 साल में कंप्यूटर सारे पेरेंट्स को सिखाता हूँ बच्चे के जरिए कंप्यूटर आजकल. आई हैव सेट अप किड्स टू टीच दिस एडल्ट्स बेटर लर्न दिस. वो गड़बड़ तो करेंगे. आपका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी व्हेन यू गिव कंप्यूटर एन आइटम टू हिम टू यूज दैट व्हाट आर द लिमिट्स एंड हाउ डू यू कंट्रोल इट. You do not know, including me. I am not very computer savvy. I am learning. So, and understand our spirit, let us say, our deficits, our surplus, where we are going, and let us be very happy with what we have. And let us see the best, what is the saints, etc. Nothing. I mean, thousands of Shirdi Sai Babas will come on earth plane, 6,000 crores of, that's no problem. The taker is the problem. Givers are there. What do we choose? So that is all. So religiosity, there is, I don't want to link it. It's good. Hare Krishna, Hare, very good. I also do. Okay, but self-analysis. Absolutely self-analysis. Did you see that at the time of Corona, how these kids behaved in the house helped you? Didn't the best come in them? But are you after that also doing that best? Interneting करा, limits कहाँ है कुछ नहीं बता रहे. अगले के लिए, I'm telling you, I'm warning, I'm seeing forcing, because when robotic science with artificial intelligence will join up. Any of you know who knows what is robotic science? You don't know. Frankly, I also much satisfied. I'm before telling you, I'm reading it. So if I have not read, I will not tell you. Experience नहीं होता बोलवा नहीं. वो जो हाई फंडा लेक्चर्स है ना, वो कुछ होता नहीं. कर सकते हैं क्या? कर सकते हैं. साथ बैठे खा सकते हैं, चलो खाना सिखा देंगे, कर लेंगे. मैं सीख लूंगा तुमसे. Elders have to learn. Now the question is, the elders have to learn the coming generations. Today, God is revealing through science. Don't go by that wrong idea. The science and God are anti. Who is making it? Who? It revealed through yoga, because we didn't have anything. Yoga. It revealed through yoga. I've written on the chemistry of yoga. It revealed through sadhana, because we didn't have. The moment you got into science, it's dynamics. It doesn't mean contradict the concept of God. No. Let it be as a faith. And it has got a lot of push and protective mind. It gives you a faith. Faith is blind, so this faith or that faith. Faith will give a force, unless it's blind faith. You have to see where you falter. Some guru has to tell you. But when science came, today, am I speaking here? Am I speaking through the mouth of Shirdi Sai Baba? No. Science. If Shirdi Sai Baba also would be different, Divya, no. Ramakrishna was living in Calcutta. He didn't like electricity. Did he realize that? All these things, science, God is revealing through science, please. Don't mix it up. Don't mix it up. Train your next generations in science. We are giving the concept of our culture. Samaj, Sabhyata, Sanskriti, Sangeet, Sahitya. इसको बचा रखना हमारा कर्तव्य है. उसके साथ sharp brain must be given to the modernity. Don't discard modernity. Because I don't know, so I shouldn't discard that. That is not correct. And this generation is more spiritual than us. My statement understood. Why it is more spiritual than us? Last statement. Because it is fighting against much odds more. We didn't have. We didn't fight so much. Our formula, what my father studied in Ramsa College, and Thera Babu's father also studied, same. True growth, daffodils. They started up to 90 daffodils. Nothing was changed. But now things are fast. Obsolescence. And there is so much of concept. जो पहले 30 साल में नहीं होंगे ना बच्चों को 3 साल में मिल रहा है. What do you think? You are having super child to compete and do it ना. उनका spirit expand नहीं to absorb all these oddities in an intellectual level. How are they doing it? Spirit is not only soul force. It is the spirit. 3 words. Spirit पीने वाला एक spirit है. Spirit means जोश भी है. Spirit means what is spiritualism है. Okay, there were various connotations. So, their spirit have to be grown first mentally, intellectually. We underline that their questioning is come. So, for God and Baba and all that, please answer their questions. That's why you have to understand what a question is and what you know exactly. Half of us actually cannot tell even what is God, he asks. What would you say? Bachche 5 saal ke, what is God? You tell me. Is it God? Look like elephant. You very offended. Don't feel offended. for odd questions. That means your spirit is not expanded, you have a very intellectual ego with the high class limitations. And that is, I call the perpendicularity of stupidity. Stupidity has a perpendicularity. I'm sorry for language, a little more. So thank you very much. I'm happy to be with you and express whatever to say. I'm happy in this school. This is my baby actually. And Shilpi is doing so much and with his team. I came last time, I talked at the Chaprasi ke saath baat kar gaya. Everybody here. Thank you all for tolerating to all that I said. I'm happy to start this for that gracious lady who had been lifelong partner. And I know कुछ दिन तो ऐसे चल जाएंगे जिंदगी में. कुछ नहीं करने से, isn't it good? The memories become creative. That's what I'm saying. I think you should all follow. Not the who goes first, but generally it's a very good way of looking at things. Baba bhala kare. Thank you very much. I think I came only for this mainly. And some Bengal has done something also. We'll do that as a different issue. Thank you, Jai Shri Sai. Thank you for coming. Thank you all. And Shilpi all.
Thank you, Guruji, for sharing your insights and reflections on this momentous occasion. As we reach the culmination of this profound memorial lecture, it is now time to express our deepest gratitude to all those who have contributed to the success of this event. To deliver the vote of thanks, I invite Dr. Shilpi Sahu to kindly join us on stage.
Namaskar. I feel it a privilege to give the vote of thanks on Prativa Nani's memorial lecture. Vijay and I always felt very close to her whenever we met her. We would look towards her guidance and advice. A person with a radiant smile, so affectionate, humble, down to earth. Vijay and I deeply admired and respected her. But God always has his own plans. The question of why some people are taken away so early is beyond my comprehension. And this aspect of life and death is beyond my grasp. I am yet to find an answer to this. And probably I'll never get this answer in this lifetime. But I know for sure that Baba always has bigger plans for such noble souls. Guruji, for me you are an epitome of Shri Sai. I was completely devastated after Vijay passed away. It was only because of Guruji that I am able to stand right in front of you. Guruji, your teachings on spirituality and humanity are timeless. We are all extremely fortunate to be able to get your blessings in person and have you amongst us. I am reminded of a line that is mentioned in Shri Sai Satcharita. Baba had said, sitting in this masjid, I speak the truth, nothing but the truth. No sadhanas, no proficiency in the 6 shastras are necessary. Have faith and confidence in your Guru. Blessed is he who knows the greatness of his Guru and thinks him to be Hari, Hara and Brahma incarnate. Guruji, we are truly blessed to have you as our Guru. Anang Bhaina, thank you for giving me and the entire Sai International family the opportunity to host such a beautiful event in memory of such a pious person. Vijay would always tell our three children that they should learn kindness, humility, and hard work from you, because you are truly a rare example of a person possessing all the three qualities. I'm grateful to all the guests today for taking out time to attend this memorial lecture and celebrate the life of Prativa Nani. Thank you all for making it a success. I'm sure Prativa Nani must be looking at all of us now from above and smiling at us today. Thank you once again to Guruji, Anang Baina, and all the guests present here. Before I end, on behalf of Anang Baina and his family, I would like to request all of you to have dinner after this in the school cafeteria. Thank you and namaskar.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the solemn occasion as we honor the life and legacy of Srimati Prativa Patnaik. Together, let us embark on an evening of reflection, inspiration, and deep reverence for a life well lived. Thank you.
Please take a moment to subscribe.